Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we fully built out our entire tungsten production facility. This whole thing here. So that is done. And ready to go. Make sure I turn that stuff on. Alright, so all of our tanks are full. This thing is all primed and ready to go. And that is the last product that we need to make from our refined ores. So, we are ready to move on to the next stage of manufacturing, but we need to begin putting all of this stuff on trains. So we're going to need to build a big loading area. So I have begun working on clearing out a large portion of trees to prepare for that. So that's going to put a lot more wood into the system. And just to make sure we have the capacity for it, I'm going to build another couple of storage warehouses. And I'm just going to, drop them in over here somewhere. I usually like to kind of stick these in between the rails, but we'll just drop them like there. As long as they're somewhere in the network, they'll be fine. Actually, I'm going to keep that wood. So, while all that is clearing out, we're going to do a little something different here. I brought the tank over, and I think we're going to go clear some nests. Namely, at least those three there, possibly this little group there. I think I was mentioning that before. Because as we're going to start clearing these trees, it's going to cause pollution to start spilling a little bit further down south. And I want to make sure that we're not going to start running into problems with that. So I'm going to clear that out. I'll let the construction bots get in here and get rid of these trees. And then we'll get to building our loading bay. And then once the loading bay is built, then we can get to doing some manufacturing. Decide where we're going to start building the various manufacturing facilities. The mass production facilities. Because right now we're just kind of building little bits of stuff. But we need to start building stuff like in enormous numbers. Alright, so let's go ahead and load the tank. Brought down some stuff. I need to take off my roboports. I need to dispose of these logistics bots. All right. It's been a little while since we've taken the tank out for a spin. Oh, and actually, there was one other thing I wanted to do. All these blueprints that I made, put them in a book. Ooh. My nose has been real tickly today, so hopefully I won't sneeze too much. All right. Oh, I hit a rock, so that actually does damage. I have a feeling I've probably earned that before, but... Alright. Alright, we gotta get in there and kill the nests, as usual. Otherwise, killing the little critters doesn't really amount to much. What did I just do? There we go. Keep an eye on the tank's batteries, because that is what is powering the plasma cannon, which is our primary destructive weapon at the moment. Alright, there are 3 nests down. Now this is going to be a little bit trickier. So we've got multiple nests within range of each other. Well, you gotta get some shields for this thing. Or research better tanks that have more slots. Also going to have to keep an eye on my ammo capacity. Not exactly what I want to do there. That's a badass behemoth fighter. So that's probably the most powerful enemies we're going to run into. Alright, is that it? I think so. Yeah, we got the fusion reactors, the batteries, and the plasma cannon. That's all this thing can really fit. Alright, is that going to be enough? Is that going to make me comfortable? It's going to make me a little bit more comfortable. These guys are kind of buried in some forest, so that's good. It's just that there's not a lot of forest between here and there, so... yeah, that was making me slightly nervous. But I think that'll do for now. Let's go see what kind of progress has been made on clearing some forest. Looks like there's still a lot of work to do. Alright, well, let me go park this thing somewhere and decide what it is we're going to do here. Okay. What I think we're going to do is begin laying out this this rail system here, because we're going to need a place for parking. I think one thing we're going to need to do, we're probably going to need to fill in the water there. All right. And the first thing we're going to need is not that. Is a T-junction. Oh, I'm gonna need to put my my roboports back on. All right, how do I want to do this? Actually, you know what? We're gonna do something else. I'm gonna wait for a lot of that forest to clear, but there is another project that I have been putting off for quite some time that really does need to be done, because I ran into a little bit of a problem off screen, and that is we need an additional refueling area. Because right now, every single train we have ever built is going to try to go through here at some point to refuel. And so far, it's been relatively fine. We've had some traffic jams related just to some signaling issues that I had in this thing. Resolved most of that, but still, if too many trains come through here at the same time, it causes a bit of an issue. So I think another one of those refueling areas with maybe a little bit more stacking built into it will help. So that's what we're going to do. And ideally, we would load the trains with enriched fuel blocks, but I think the wood blocks are sufficient. They work perfectly fine. And it'll give us something to do with all of the extra wood that we have lying around in our logistics network. And the decision's just going to be, where are we going to put it? That would be the question. Somewhere where there isn't too much forest. Easier said than done. There's a nice spot right about there. Yeah, I think so. So I think the next few episodes here are going to be a lot of rail network construction between this new refueling depot and the new loading depot for all of our plates, sheet coils, wire coils, all that sort of stuff. Alright, so what I'm actually going to want to do here is I'm going to want to turn this T into a cross. Except we have a power line that's ever so slightly in the way. And we have to readjust the position of at least one of those signals. Okay. Alright, I'll remove that for just a second. Alright, it should still function to some extent. The problem is going to be that our construction bots are largely occupied. So I'm going to have to manufacture a lot of these myself. Ooh. This seems to be a busy intersection. Alright. We won't need parking. We will need a few double-length loading bays, I think. And this can be fairly tightly built. Again. So we're going to have to remove these trees by hand. That's rather annoying. As long as we free up enough of those bots. There we go. Because they were all trying to build track and nobody was trying to remove trees. There we go. Alright, so I don't want to rename these stops until, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Until I had the refueling area actually set up. And we're going to need... let's see, one... signals there. And have I run myself clean out of track? No, I have track. I just had to find it. All right. So I'm going to have to actually bring it down here a little bit. Okay. So the incoming trains are going here and going there. And I want them to... I don't want you to stop there. But I do need some moving blocks as we approach here. That ought to do. And then heading out there, that should be fine. All right. So, we now need to make our wood blocks. Wood bricks. We need wood pellets. And we're going to make the cellulose fiber from raw wood. And the raw wood we would make from just... no. From just your standard greenhouses, I think. And what happens if we want to say 10 per second? 160 greenhouses. Yeah. One per second. That's slightly more reasonable. Alright, but I think we're going to do more than this. So that's what, 6 of those? We're gonna double that at least. And then what we're also gonna have is we're gonna have a let's see, we're gonna have a requester warehouse. And that's going to really keep our logistics bots busy. Actually, let's not do warehouse. Let's do... Excuse me. Let's do a requester silo. Alright, let's drop that in here over there somewhere. And we're going to do a logistics request for raw wood. Which is going to be in here somewhere. There you are. And we're going to request 50,000 of it. And then we're going to set this up, and we're going to say... Coming out from here, we're going to have a place where we're going to be able to splice into this. Right? So we're going to have another source of raw wood, potentially coming in from here, perhaps. Which is going to be our greenhouses that we're going to potentially build here. But we're going to build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And you guys are taking raw wood and making cellulose fiber. Cellulose fiber, where they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 factories turning cellulose fiber into pellets. And then 2 guys Turning pellets into bricks. And then putting those bricks into a silo. And coming out of the silo to load into our locomotives. Alright, so we're going to need to split this. Bring it there. Split there. Split there. Okay, there we go. And we should have lots and lots and lots of wood in the system that can feed this for a little while. So what we're going to do is we're going to then take this copy. Paste, 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 paste. Alright. So those are now refueling stations. And trains should begin arriving here. Alright. So, we'll go ahead and end the episode here. And I might let this run for a little while to let all of these trees clear out. And then once they do, we'll head down there and start building out our loading area for all of our plates and coils. Alright, so for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.